The US government just gave us a new list of altcoin favorites. Chosen few that look like they have a major potential for full-blown governmental integration. Now, there's a lot of misreporting on the altcoins that the government has chosen, so we're going to cut through the noise and just give you the data straight from the source. Now, this is the post from the U.S. Commerce Department. This is the department that just made a huge announcement regarding crypto integration. Release here. Department of Commerce is now posting second quarter GDP data to the blockchain. It's only fitting that the Commerce Department and Trump, the crypto president, publicly release economic statistical data on the blockchain. We are making America's economic truth immutable and globally accessible like never before, cementing our role as the blockchain capital of the world, and everybody has to admit that 3.3% GDP growth is impressive. And this is the quote from Secretary Howard Lutnick. He's the Commerce Secretary. Now, this is a press release from the Commerce Department that shows us which 9 altcoins are going to be added. It's technically 8 altcoins in Bitcoin plus 2 oracles, so technically 10 altcoins plus Bitcoin. So today, the Department of Commerce announces begin posting the GDP data on the blockchain. Now, this is the first time a federal agency has published economic statistical data like this on the blockchain, and the latest way the department is utilizing innovative technology to protect federal data and promote public use. So buried there in that sentence is promoting public use. So this is 8 chains plus Bitcoin that they're promoting the public, say, hey, the water is warm, we're okay using these blockchains, and you should be okay using them as well. Now, what the department is doing is publishing an official hash on these 9 blockchains here. And these are the 9 blockchains, and we'll look at the 2 oracles. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Tron, Stellar, Avalanche, Arbitrum, Polygon, and Optimism. Now, here's the 2 additional coins. These are going to be 2 oracles. The oracles that they're going to be using is Pyth and Chainlink. Now, if you don't know what an oracle is, like Pyth or Chainlink, they're protocols that deliver real-time financial market data directly onto the blockchain. They'll provide infrastructure to bring off-chain data, such as stock prices, foreign exchange rates, and commodity prices, on-chain for use in DeFi applications. So Pyth and Chainlink's role as an oracle is to ensure that the government-published data is further disseminated and secured across these blockchain networks. Now, here are the 11 Commerce Department blockchains that they reference, and right now we have them ranked by market cap. I think there's a way to trade this, and I'm about to tell you what I'm thinking here. I'm thinking of this quote from David Lynch. He's a very famous investor who spent years or decades beating Wall Street. He's published a lot of books. This is from one of his books. During the gold rush, most would-be miners lost money, but people who sold them picks, shovels, tents, and blue jeans, they made a nice profit. So in a way, you have 9 blockchains all competing amongst themselves to be the chosen blockchain for the government data. But Pyth and Chainlink, they're kind of the blue jean sellers, the pick and the shovel sellers. So I think Chainlink and Pyth are going to do very well. Now, Pyth exploded on this news. It is up 63% in the last week. It's cooled off a little bit here, but it is now still up 67% for the 30-day, 92% for the 60-day. Chainlink, however, is in the middle of a pullback. It popped on the news, and I think people used a little too much leverage. They tried to long this token, and now the token is down 12% on the week and almost 6% just for today. So Pyth is a much smaller market cap of 1.1 billion compared to Chainlink's 15, almost 16 billion, but I think both of these are going to be good plays in the long run. Now, if I were to choose one of the other 9 blockchains to purchase, I would look at what is not overheated. And on the 30-day, the one that has gained the least is Stellar. But Stellar looks good for the 60-day. So maybe, be careful with that one. But ironically, it's Bitcoin. Bitcoin seems like it has the most upside potential on some of these shorter time frames because it's actually down for the 30-day and flat for the 60-day. Now, it looks like there could be potential upside for Optimism. It is down 9.4%, but I don't know if I want a token that is down so heavily in this news, down 4% just for the day. And so if you look at the recent pullback, it looks like Polygon could potentially be, weathering the storm a little bit better than the other 9 blockchains. So these are the 11 coins being integrated into this GDP data. Personally bullish on Polygon, bullish on the oracles as well, and does look like Bitcoin and potentially OP are a little oversold. So these are the ones that are going to be on my radar. All right, so I'm DZ for Discover Crypto, and I'll be seeing you in your, government-approved altcoins at the top.